My dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Now we are moving towards our second step, like how to um, create the barebone MVC layer in our PHP application, PHP MVC application. To do that, I believe we have installed this package manager uh, in the last session. Now I am going to go to the next level. For the first step is folder structure that we have to follow, because that using that only we can um, organize the MVC application in an appropriate way. To understand this folder structure, let me open the bare bone code that we have in htdoc MVC mini. In that we have the folders like these vagrant install and VS code. Those are not necessary. The important folders are application, public, vendor. These are the three folders that we have to do that. After that, we are also having a file called .htaccess. This file has certain commands or certain statements that helps to redirect the HTTP request to the different PHP file that we have in the different folder structure. Right now, that is the use of that. Let us create three folders like application, public, and vendor in our that is in our tour MVC folder, right? Application, vendor, and another thing, public. So we have created the folder structure. I think this file folder is not needed. Let me delete that. I don't know how it came here. Okay, the next step, application, public, vendors. We have now. The next step will be creating the ht .htaccess file. Actually, let us see the content, what we have there. This file, if you set up mini correctly, not needed, like that they are saying. For the fallback reason, if you don't route your vhost to the /public, it will stay here. So actually, if we have to route when they request, like when we receive a request in this root of this particular folder, it should be redirect to the public. Inside that we have an index file. To that it should be redirected. Okay, no. For that they turned on the rewrite engine is turned on, and then they set up a rule. This is just like the htaccess is a separate topic that we can discuss for a long time. Let me tell you the purpose. It's just redirect the request that we receive to this folder to the next one. That is inside it is redirect the request to the public folder. Inside that we have an index.php, right? That will be taken and processed. Okay, so let me copy and paste this file as such. So that is also done. Then what we have, Next step is we have to go inside the public folder and see what we have in the MVC mini. They have some style sheet, right? And then they have a folder for image. They also folder for JavaScript. They do have some JavaScripts here. See, they have a JavaScripts here. Okay, just to copy these folders and let them let us have these folders in our folder structure, our public folder. Inside our public folder we can keep these things. Even here we have an htaccess. This htaccess, what they have here, there are certain narration given, like this necessary, this option, that option hyphen multiviews is necessary to prevent problem when using the controlled named index and having a root index.php. So this is needed when you have a root and then inside that you have a index.php file, like that. And then they turning on the rewrite engine, and then they prevent the people from looking directly to the folders. That was disabled using option hyphen indexes. And then we do have conditions like um, if these conditions are true, then you do something, rewrite what we have here, right? So what they told here, if rewrite condition request file name, right? So if the requested file name is not a directory, if the requested file name is not a regular file that exists, if the requested file name is not a symbolic link, if these three conditions are satisfied, it looks like if it is a PHP file, what the requested thing is a PHP file, then they are redirecting in this way. Rewrite rule. They are rewriting the things like index.php. From that, you then they have a URL is equivalent to, and then they have a $1. Maybe whatever that we request, right? That file name from file name alone as given here. So that acts like a parameter to retrieve the specific page. Okay, that is the thing. So like that they have rules here. Even we are going to copy this as such to our folder. So let me copy, and then we have an index file. Index is the one okay. In this index file we have here there are certain explanation. Let me read that one. Set a constant that hold the project's folder path, like var/var/slash www. Directly separated, add the slash to the end of the path. So they define the root. The constant root is equivalent to the current directory of the applications and the directory separator. So we are just finding out the root directory, and then we also find an application directory that is found via root concatenate with an application and slash a directory separator. So the root that we found, right, that added with that slash application slash is called as the application directory. These are the two definitions that we do very initially. And then we require this app file directory. Inside that we have something called config. So application folder, we have some folder called config. Inside that we have a config.php. We are including that that file PHP scripts to the program that we are requesting, we are executing it. And then the next thing is we are including app dot live app slash live slash helper dot php. This is what they are saying about this means for development this load PDO debug, a simple function that shows the SQL query. If you want to load the PDO debug via composer, then you have to look here. I believe there is something called a PDO debugger. For that they are including this PHP file. After that, from the application directory slash core slash application dot php. So this file is the one that is the brain. It has a class for application object. So we are including that file, and then we are also asking to include the controller.php. These are a bare bone code, right? So we can simply have them. You can just copy them and have them. After that, they create an instant app is equal to new application. So app we create instant for our application class that we have in the application.php. That is the thing that we are doing. So we are coming into the oops now. This is what the content of app dot the index.php inside the application folder. So inside the public folder, let me copy all these things. So this is going to be the one which face the when somebody navigate to our website, this file, the index.php is the one that will be executed at the first time. So let me copy all these things. Maybe I may change that images and CSS according to our need, but the folder structure is same. So just I copy that and come back to my tour MVC, and in public folder inside that I just paste. Okay, now we have that. After that, when we come to this MVC mini, we have an application folder. Let me go inside the application folder. There we have a config, and then this may be used. We have to customize this, but this is the bare bone one. So config, and then controllers we have home, problem, songs, something like that. We do have a core. Here we have application and controller. Lives, we have a helper file here, and then modal, we have a modal, and then we also have a view. Probably we may differ, we may customize our views here. So as of now, let me copy the content of application folder completely and then paste them in our tour MVC. So I pasted that one. So this is application, this is public, and then we do have a vendor, right? So in vendor, we have some files which those are related to these composer that we can even that we can create the whatever that is inside the composer, right? That can be generated by us at any point of time. That's not a big deal. So I just going to have a vendor directory, and then I am going to do that, like I am going to auto generate it, right? That's the thing. So possibly we have copied the application folder, public folder, and then this ht access file, right? Only those things we have done. Okay, Let's move forward. So I want to have that auto-generated composer related files here. To do that, we have to use a command. So it's ours is MVC mini. It's not MVC mini. So let me close this. And then we open the folder. The name of the folder is colon zap htdoc tool MVC. Just I open that now. Now we have a decent folder structure like application. Inside that config controller, core, modal, view. Then we have a public folders. We do have a empty vendor folder. Let me install necessary autoload, though I am not going to use them. We are not going to use them in our project. So just PHP composer.for install. So this is the thing that we are going to do. This will install the necessary code composer auto generator file and then necessary dependency. Let's check what happens. All right, so when you go and see this vendor file folder, now we have all the necessary composer related files. They are simply auto generated, so we no need to do any file copy and pasting. Nothing we have to do for that. It's just come everything by using a single command. We are bringing it's even it is going to happen if you have some dependency. As of now, we don't have any package dependency, so there is nothing. So if you have some dependency, all those things will sit together in that folder. So that's the thing. Now the things are ready. Let us try whether we are getting his output, whatever that he brought, right? Are we getting that similar output in our for our application? Let's check that, because its code is there. It's like models, and then its front end, everything is like its configurations we have now. So we are going to create our own things step by step, but let's check whether his code is working in our implementation. So let me go here, localhost /2 MVC. Huh, brilliant. So it's doing that thing. We got that. His code is working now in our folder. See here, we are getting home folder and then the sub page 1 and then sub page 2. Alright, then sub page 2 we are also able to enter into code page. We have some warnings. That's okay. Like slowly we are not going to use this one. We are going to replace our code here. Okay, brilliant. So his code is working in our thing. Like we have made the bare bone MVC code now. Now we have to customize it according to our requirement.